Suitability questions make up 15 to 20% of the Series 7. Here's how to get them all right. The Series 7 exam was updated in October 2025. It now has 130 scored questions with a time limit of 3 hours and 45 minutes, and you need a 72% to pass. Suitability and investment recommendations account for 20 to 25 questions, making it one of the heaviest tested areas at roughly 15 to 20% of the exam. FINRA Rule 2111 is the governing regulation, and it defines 3 distinct types of suitability obligations. Reasonable basis suitability means you must understand the investment product itself before recommending it to anyone. Customer-specific suitability means the recommendation must be appropriate for that particular customer based on their profile. And quantitative suitability means the overall number of transactions must be suitable, essentially preventing churning in customer accounts. You will see all 3 types tested on exam day. Let's walk through how to analyze suitability questions. Every question gives you a customer profile, and you need to match the right investment. The key factors are age, income, tax bracket, risk tolerance, time horizon, and investment objectives. The classic rule of thumb is 100 minus the customer's age equals their stock allocation percentage. So a 30-year-old might have 70% in stocks, while a 70-year-old should have only 30%. For high tax bracket customers, municipal bonds are almost always the right answer because the interest is federally tax exempt. But here's the critical rule. Never recommend municipal bonds inside an IRA or other tax-deferred account. They're already tax exempt, so putting them in a tax-sheltered account wastes the tax benefit. This is one of the most commonly tested traps on the Series 7. For conservative retirees, think treasury bonds, high-grade corporate bonds, and blue-chip dividend stocks. For young, aggressive investors, think growth stocks, small caps, and equity funds. For customers needing current income, think bonds and dividend-paying stocks. Here are the top suitability traps the exam uses. First, watch for customers with short time horizons being offered volatile investments. A customer saving for a down payment in 6 months should never be in stocks. Second, understand the difference between investment objectives. Capital preservation is the most conservative, then income, then growth in income, then growth, and finally speculation, which is the most aggressive. Third, variable annuities are only suitable for long-term investors who have maxed out their other tax-advantaged options. Never recommend them for short-term goals or elderly customers. Fourth, leveraged and inverse ETFs are almost never suitable for retail customers because they reset daily and are designed for single-day trading. Fifth, concentrated positions are risky. If a customer has 80% of their portfolio in one stock, diversification should be recommended. Sixth, always check the customer's existing holdings before adding new ones. The best answer considers what they already own. Practice Series 7 suitability questions for free at openexamprep.com. Our AI tutor creates custom scenarios based on your weak areas and explains the reasoning behind every recommendation. Start your free prep today.